Okay, what's up, YouTube? This is GamePro011 or ThomaCapella, whichever one you prefer. This is part 2 of my vlog thingy. Now, pretty much, I just wanted to, explain, what's been going on in my life, since, that's kind of what vlogs do. Pretty much, everything was going great up until the Thursday before we started our winter holiday vacation / Christmas break. I always call it Christmas break because, I'm Christian, whatnot. Pretty much what happened on that day was, well, I've been sitting with a few friends, or people of whom I thought were my friends, and okay, this is really funny, actually. There was, crushed up green beans on the floor, and they kind of reminded me of puke, so I'm like, no, I'm not sitting in my usual spot, so I sit on the other end, and, I put my stuff there, and then I got my stuff, and, I sat down, and then the two people on the end weren't looking at me. They completely averted their eyes. I was like, yeah, okay. So, the guy on my right was Tyler. I can't remember his last name, though. I'm like, hey, where's Isis? Isis is his girlfriend, who sits, right next to him, and she wasn't there that day. And also, just a thing, Isis was, the ex-girlfriend of my best friend, actually. So, I'm kind of comfortable around Isis, which I'm usually not very comfortable around people in general. Social awkwardness, I'll talk about that another time. So I'm like, hey, Tyler, where's Isis? And then he just, he hesitates, and then he, looks at me, kind of mumbles something, points somewhere, and he looks away. I'm like, oh, okay. So then, people are talking, and I look up to listen and stuff like that, and I keep eating my lunch, but as I keep eating, I realize that there's some kind of tension, so I start kind of, closing in on myself, I start, looking down, and then I take my tray and put it in my lap, kind of, and then Tyler scoots over, and then he whispers something, saying, somebody or something is gay. And a thing about me is that I really get offended about that, especially since people think that I don't know why. It's just something that really just triggers me. It just makes me angry and really sad on the inside, because for some reason I've been conflicted about about my sexuality. It's not really that I'm gay or bi. I'm actually straight. But the thing is that there's just something in my mind that just what if, and I know I'm straight. I'm only attracted to girls, but it's just they use it in a derogatory term, and it just hurts. It hurts you. Whether you're gay or not, if people think you're gay and you're not, yet you're a person that doesn't really fight, you just get angry on the inside, but you also feel very hurt, especially since you think that these people are your friends. Yeah, I'm a little bit emotional. I'm a little bit, there's a lot of, I've been through enough to, make me kind of I've been through enough. I'm not saying I've been through a lot. I've been through enough to kind of mess with my mind a little bit. But I'm getting better, believe me. So I was just I felt really hurt by that. And I was kind of angry, but I was kind of down. Then the guy on the opposite end, who usually sits across from me, his name is Austin. He's got blondish hair. He's kind of like one of those guys that you would kind of think of as a kind of like a nerd. No, he's probably about my height, I guess. So then he's like, why are you sitting there? And I said, because the green beans kind of reminded me of puke. Well, I didn't want to say puke because, we were at the lunch table. And, well, I kind of just said, I know when I'm not wanted. So I just kind of get up, I'm slumping my shoulders. I'm showing that I'm actually feeling kind of ostracized. I feel like I'm being a little bit bullied and hurt. And then, I come to sit down, and then these guys were, doing something weird. They had, water or apple juice or something like that in a container thing and spinning it around, and then hit me. And it kind of like hit me a little bit, and then I just kind of like shoved it away because, you know, you don't really think very rationally when you're kind of really feeling down and you feel hurt. But pretty much, they were like, "Oh, you made him mad now," and usually, you know, you wouldn't really care, but when you're feeling that way, you just say, it bothers you even more. And, well, stuff like that pretty much happened. I was bullied by my own friends, or people who I thought were friends. I was kind of depressed the whole day, because, you know, I'm kind of socially awkward. I have a really tough time socializing, so, you know, it's just when your friends do that, you make very very few friends. It really just, like, it bugs you, especially if it's happened before and you've been constantly bullied when you were younger. Yeah. So I was really depressed that day, and then I just didn't want to come to school the next day because of it, because I was pretty much bullied. I was trying to figure out whether I was angry or whether I was sad, and I was kind of both. So, I mean, I was just really pissed off, and truthfully, to me right now, they can, if they do not feel remorse for that, they can go to hell. They could just burn in hell for all I care. People that do that to guys like me who don't believe in fighting, number one. Number two, they have a very hard time making friends. And number three, have suffered with depression for at least 8 years. People that just, like, make it worse, they should just burn in hell or something like that. Seriously. I mean, you can't know what the person has gone through in their lives, and you can't know how they're going to react. And if you consciously bully them, that's wrong. And if any of you guys have ever done that, you better fucking just apologize for it and think about it. Because you never know. You could cause somebody to commit suicide. You could make somebody snap, and they could, you know, bring a gun to school and kill somebody. You can really do that. Bullying can do that. You may think, oh, it's never going to happen to me. But when it does, what happens if it does? What happens if it does? I'm being dead serious. What happens if it does? You're going to be like, oh my god, I did that. And you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your fucking life. So you know what? Think about it next time you even consider that. Fuck peer pressure. Peer pressure is retarded. And because of that shit, that's what happens. Okay, so, yeah, I was depressed for a few days, and then I got myself feeling better for Christmas, Christmas Day, because I don't want to be down, or I don't want to be mad or depressed while I'm going through, Christmas, because you can't be sad, or you shouldn't be sad or angry or depressed on Christmas. You should be happy and selfless, which is what I really tried to do, and I succeeded, mostly. I felt a little bit down, but, you know, I was pretty much good for that. And then, you know, I was just like, school was coming around the corner again, which we started going back on Wednesday, which is really retarded, because, you know, everybody that I know on Skype is just like, oh, we go back to school on Monday. Hey, we go back to school on Monday. And then it's like, Tom, get online. Thomas, get online. And then I'm just like, oh, I have school. No, seriously, I was actually, like, really, really, like, I was kind of nervous going back to school because, you know, I was bullied, and then I had to find a different lunch table because I didn't want to spend it with those dickheads. I didn't want to be in that table with those dickheads, so I kind of, you know, I was really just kind of nervous, and my first mod class is actually with 4 of those people, including Isis. I'm still not sure whether I should be nice to Isis or not, because she wasn't there. I'm still kind of conflicted about it. if I ever come to a conclusion and then I start making friends with her again, I'll tell you guys, if you want to know, anyways. But pretty much, that happened, and then, I came back to school. I was angry first mod, and, funny thing was that one of the girls that was sitting there was like, oh, friend stabbing you in the back, they deserve shit, and I'm like, bitch, please! Bitch, please! That was, like, going on in my head. I said something a little bit more angry, but I didn't really say it out loud so much. I said it more to myself. But, yeah, that's what happened. So, second mod goes around, you know, which is Spanish. You know, it's Spanish. We go through that. And then, third mod, we did some, you know, marching around because I'm in ROTC, which is a military-style course. I'm not actually planning on going into the military, but I do like the class a lot. So we did marching. My back started hurting really bad because I just came back from surgery, like half a year ago. Lunch comes in, and then behind me is my friend Tyler, my friend Aaron, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna sit by you guys, and then Aaron's like, dude, it's like totally overcrowded, and then I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So I sit down there, and then, I mean, just the rest of the day played out. It was a great day. It was a really good day. And then yesterday, kind of the same thing. It was a really good day. And, you know, I've been crushing on a girl. So, you know, someday I might get the nerve to start talking to her. You know, it's more just like attraction at the moment. I will decide whether I would actually like her to be my girlfriend when I actually get the nerve to go up and talk to her and figure out what she's like. So, you know, that's pretty much how everything's been going so far. I've been kind of like, and talking about school, my grades have been kind of like slipping, kind of. I'm really trying to keep up, but my grades are kind of slipping because, you know, it's my senior year, it's my final year in school, and I'm still kind of like not really enjoying my time at school, not a whole lot, so, you know, that really affects how you do in school. So, I mean, plus that, I'm taking two dual credit classes, which are basically college classes taught by high school teachers, and it's going towards college credit. I'm getting 4 college credit hours per semester. So, yeah, I'm pretty much gonna have like 16 credit hours when I graduate, if I pass anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for today. I hope you guys just like, you know, you can like say stuff in the comments, you know, give me opinions on what you thought about this, you know, and all that stuff. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Man, I'm sounding like that one guy, Dean Lyson or something like that. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Leave comments, whatnot, and I will see you guys next video. And, well, ending video log part 1. See you guys next time.